offices dovetail to saving the people of Zambia. Please understand that the interest of the people of Zambia come first. Your personal interest comes secondary. That's what service to the nation is.
Opposition Patriotic Front acting president Kevin Lubinda has issued a strong response to recent warnings from leader of the opposition parliament and the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ. He declared that he, along with other PF members, intends to wear party regalia during the upcoming Fue parliamentary by-election, despite PF not fielding a candidate in the race. Speaking during a media briefing, Mr. Lubinda criticized what he described as intimidation tactics aimed at members of political parties not participating in the by-election. This comes after the leader of the opposition in parliament, Robert Chavinga, allegedly warned that individuals associated with non-participating parties should not be seen engaging in any campaign-related activity during the by-election period. However, Lubinda's comments come in direct contrast to a recent directive issued by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ. The ECZ had cautioned that political parties not participating in the by-election must refrain from using campaign, including regalia, as doing so will attract jail sentence or a fine.
I also want to state, for the record, because I heard that Chavinga is going to beat all of us, I stand ready, Chavinga, to beat me. I'm always wearing PF regalia, because it is not yours. PF regalia belongs to the Zambian people. Yes. And if you're threatening to beat up people in Mfue for going to campaign because you have stopped PF from campaigning, come and start with me. I am ready. And unlike your friends, for us in the Patriotic Front and our friends in Tonson, our motto is that violence feeds.
Labor and Social Security Minister Brenda Tambatamba has reiterated government commitment to advancing labor and industrial relations with a particular focus on social security and occupational safety. During a courtesy call from the International Labor Organization ILO this morning, Ms. Tambatamba stated that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security places significant importance on creating and maintaining a work environment that is safe, equitable, and aligned with the principles of decent work. She noted that the ministry plays a central role in ensuring that all relevant stakeholders, including employers, workers, and labor unions, adhere to the established frameworks and guidelines governing labor relations. These frameworks, she explained, are essential in promoting fair labor practices, protecting workers' rights, and fostering sustainable economic growth. Ms. Tambatamba reaffirmed that Zambia is committed to upholding the rule of law in the labor sector by aligning its policies and practices with both national legislation and international labor standards. She stressed that this approach is integral to the effective implementation of Zambia's 8th National Development Plan, which prioritizes economic and social transformation.
So Zambia places great importance to matters of labor and industrial relations, and overall, including social security for our people, and indeed occupational health and safety. So in order for us to be able to deliver effectively, we've got to look at what the guiding light says to us. What is the guiding light saying to us? What have we covered? What have we not covered? And so it is our responsibility. We acknowledge, and we think your meeting has enhanced the way forward. And of course, the conversation that we'll have tomorrow will add all the detail that we require so that we go in with the level of detail that we require to answer to what is pending in this moment.
The Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry has announced the significant investment interest in Zambia's energy, healthcare, and transportation sectors following the successful hosting of the inaugural Invest Zambia International Conference, ISIC 2025. Commerce, Trade and Industry Minister Chipoka Mulenga, Member of Parliament, engaged with potential investors to explore opportunities for collaboration and investment in various sectors of the Zambian economy. Global Gases Group, led by Managing Director and CEO Deepak Mehta, has expressed interest in investing in key areas of Zambia's energy and health sectors. The company plans to develop critical infrastructure and projects, including LPG infrastructure development, large-scale biogas and biomethane production, and liquid medical oxygen infrastructure. Specifically, Global Gases Group aims to increase LPG adoption in Zambia from less than 3% to over 50% within 5 to 7 years and provide medical oxygen access to hospitals in Zambia, with potential exports to Southern African countries. In the transportation sector, EVC Investments Limited, a pioneering new energy technology and eco enterprise, has announced its comprehensive plan to transform Zambia's transportation landscape. Zambia Chinese Association President Zhang Xiang said the company aims to introduce new energy vehicles and integrated PV plus EES plus charging solutions, leveraging China's expertise in NEVs and renewable energy. EVC will become the authorized distributor for 5 major Chinese NEV brands in Zambia and establish multi-brand 4S stores in 4 major cities nationwide. The minister emphasized the government's commitment to creating an enabling environment for investments to thrive and highlighted Zambia's potential as a top-tier investment destination. This is contained in a statement issued by Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry Principal Public Relations Officer Nes Nankala. And Minister Collins Zovu has announced that the government is implementing the $150 million Nkana Water Supply and Sanitation Project Phase 2, which includes installing 51 energy-efficient pumps, building a 40,000 square meters day treatment plan, and adding 15,000 square meters of storage. Once completed, the project will benefit over 890,000 people in Kitwe and Kalulushi, addressing supply gaps and improving efficiency. Delivering a ministerial statement on water supply interventions on the Copperbelt province, Engineer Nzovu says in parallel, the EU-funded Nexus Energy and Water Zambia NUSA project will install 45 energy-efficient pumps and develop 13.5 megawatts of solar power to cut energy costs and ensure supply sustainability during power outages. The minister says the Mukuba Network Sanitation Project, worth 9 million kwacha, aims to lay 21 kilometers of sewer network and connect 1,400 households to a modern waterborne sanitation system. Engineer Nzovu says the project is currently 35% expected to be finalized by December 2025 to improve sanitation and reduce waterborne diseases in densely populated areas.
Crippling the electrically dependent water pumping and treatment systems, crucial for delivering water to our people and industry. The water utility has faced reduced pumping hours in several areas due to climate-induced load shedding. In Florida, for example, this has particularly affected upper high coast, Ndeke, Easterly, and Kamchanga areas supplied by Fairview and Kamchanga pumping station.
And in other news trending this evening, the Lusaka City Council LCC is cracking down on the growing trend of vandalizing public infrastructure, particularly in the Central Business District CBD. Zambia National Women's Lobby has pointed out the vital role that traditional and religious leaders play in advancing women's participation in governance and decision-making processes. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We make business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Energy Regulation Board (ERB) has approved 21 license applications and 9 construction permits in petroleum, electricity, and renewable energy subsectors. These approvals represent a total investment commitment of 4.8 million kwacha. ERB Public Relations Manager Namokolo Kasumpa says the approvals were granted during the ERB's July licensing committee meeting, reaffirming the board's ongoing efforts to streamlining approval processes through timely application reviews and an efficient regulatory framework. Ms. Kasumpa says the 21 approved licenses cover a wide range of energy activities aimed at increasing access to efficient energy services, promoting technological innovation across the country. She says it is worth that the steady growth in investments underscores continued investor confidence in Zambia's energy sector and reflects the ERB's commitment to maintaining a transparent, predictable, and supportive regulatory environment that promotes sustainable investment aligned with national energy policies. She says the board remains steady, fast in its mandate to regulate the energy sector effectively, with a strong emphasis on stakeholder engagement and the promotion of a sustainable, inclusive, and reliable energy mix. Ends the business news. And in foreign news, a new photograph of Prince George has been issued by Kensington Palace to mark his 12th birthday. The photo of the smiling prince was published on social media with a message from his parents, the Prince and the Princess of Wales, which read, "Happy 12th birthday to Prince George," alongside the birthday cake emoji. The picture, with a rural setting and the prince in a countryside-style gilet and wearing a friendship bracelet, was taken in Norfolk earlier this year by photographer Josh Shina. George, the elder son of Prince William and Catherine, is second in line to the throne. In sports news, the British and Irish Lions survived a serious examination against and Pacifica to continue their winning run on Australia night at Marlborough Stadium. Darcy Graham scored early tries to put the Lions into what looked like a commanding 14-0 lead, but things started to go away from there. Graham went off injured not long after he scored, and the Scotland wing, parachuted in for this game, was emotional as he left the field. And the evening weather report is that the evening is mainly clear, windy, and mild to cool. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema has directed newly appointed officials to ensure that they contribute meaningfully to the country's national development. Opposition Patriotic Front Party acting President Kevin Lubinda has issued a strong response to recent warnings from leader of the opposition in Parliament and the Electoral Commission of Zambia (ECZ). And finally, a new photograph of Prince George has been issued by Kensington Palace to mark his 12th birthday. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the evening.